The first half of 2017 has been bonkers in pretty much every way in and outside of gaming. Dave Chappelle dropped 2 new stand-up specials. This Guy is President, and Kendrick Lamar saved the world for the 4th time. Not to mention, we've had an insane string of releases this year with Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, Nier Automata, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's been a crazy year, but I think it's safe to say that it's been a good one. Along with some of the best games of this generation having been released this year, what I don't want to get overlooked is the fact that we've had some of the best soundtracks also. Specifically, there are 3 game soundtracks that I believe are not only the best of the year, but are also the best of this generation of games. In an era where I believe gaming soundtracks have been less thoughtful and catered, this year has seen 3 games with soundtracks that I believe to be phenomenal. These games have soundtracks that I believe push the envelope further than we've seen soundtracks pushed in a long time. These 3 soundtracks uplift the quality of their respective games in 3 different important ways. The first one I want to talk about is Zelda Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's soundtrack is impressive because of its subtleties. I can't tell you the last time I played an open world game where I noticed the music in the background like I did in Zelda Breath of the Wild. For example, can you hum to me the tune of any of the music that plays in Horizon Zero Dawn off the top of your head? What about Watch Dogs 2? The Witcher 3? These are all great games, but their music does not resonate the way Zelda's does. The way Zelda applies music is impressive because not only is the music incredible, it uses context. For example, as you're traveling the open world while riding your horse, after a little bit of time, some music kicks in. Specifically, this music. When fighting a giant HINOX monster, you hear this music. When in KAKARIKO Village, you hear this music. Not only is the music great, but the game goes the extra mile to make sure that the music fits the context and even adds to it. Fighting a HINOX feels like I'm in an epic battle because of the music. KAKARIKO Village feels like an old-style Japanese village because of the music. The music is more than the background, it's telling the story of the situation I'm in, and there are literal hundreds of examples of this in Zelda Breath of the Wild. The daytime and nighttime music in distinct areas are different. Care is put in to make sure that locations feel different based off the music. Not to mention that the soundtrack itself is oftentimes gentle and subtle to capitalize off the fact that the game itself is often gentle and subtle. The music not only fits in the game, it enhances the experience by highlighting the context of the situation you're in. Nier Automata's soundtrack is special because of what it does to create atmosphere. Nier's soundtrack is unlike any soundtrack I've ever heard. It's unique, it's weird, it's beautiful, and it creates a scene. Here's some of the music from PASCAL'S Village. This music plays as you arrive in a village of machines that seems to have created their own little mini-society. Try listening to this song. This song plays as you explore the open, empty, decimated city. There is a lot happening in these songs instrument-wise, but many of the songs on this soundtrack are characterized by the emotional vocals. The power behind the voices and the tone that these vocal sounds are communicating create an atmosphere in Nier that is contemplative. The game is beautiful and relaxing, and that is because of the music. The music creates the sense of atmosphere. The music communicates struggle. At the same time, it communicates peace. At the same time, the grandiose and tempo of the music communicates space. And Nier Automata is about all of these things. Persona 5 is an obvious choice for one of the best soundtracks of the year, but why is Persona 5's soundtrack easily identifiable as good? Well, that is because it has style. Persona 5's soundtrack adheres to a specific style which contributes to the game's overall style. Shoji Meguro, the sound director of the Persona series, incorporated acid jazz elements into the soundtrack, and these elements are present throughout the game. The game's music creates a somewhat laid-back yet energetic tone that sets the pace for the rest of the design elements. Every song in the game follows the same jazz-style theme. Whether you're in battle, about to go to bed, or hanging out with friends, the jazz is present. The consistent jazz presence in the game turns the music from background noise to a hallmark of the experience. The music is unique to what you would usually hear in a Japanese RPG, therefore it stands out. But not only does it stand out, it then makes the game's tone in itself unique. Stepping into Persona 5 genuinely feels like stepping into a new experience because of the style. In short, playing Persona 5 feels like chilling out at the dope new cafe in town, and this is due entirely to the music. These three games are important not only because they themselves are great games, but because their soundtracks are some of the best in years. As we move forward, I can only hope that this much care and thoughtfulness is put into future releases, and we see a renaissance of great game music. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Your feedback is important to us. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment to let us know what you think. You can find similar videos, podcasts, and articles on okbeast.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at okbeastnow. For everything games and culture related, make sure to keep it locked right here on OKBeast.